Hello. Welcome to Good News. Every week I'll be riding here, there and everywhere to find stories that will make you laugh. Did you see the footage of the Red Arrows retirement home? Wonderful, isn't it? Did you see John Craig talking about his ultimate fantasy?
A gay couple in a B&B.
This week we learn what Natasha Kaplinsky does to relax.
Marijuana is lovely.
So, the election campaign has finally kicked off. I tell you, people will do anything to get out talking about it.
Who do you trust to get a bit more out of the public sector when there's not so much money around, Labour or the Tories?
Oh, Labour, it all is our buzz. We've been waiting all
So, what have the leaders been up to? Cameron started by giving advice to DJs.
Just bang out the old tunes.
Brown, let's tell you something, Brown got slammed by former Labour leader Neil Kinnock.
Of course, Gordon has got a radio face.
That's pretty rich coming from a bald, ginger Welshman. Now, because I work for the BBC, I need to mention all three political parties. With that in mind, here's Nick Clegg.
Hello, I'm Nick Clegg.
So actually, he got caught this week for graffiti.
Would you encourage young people to write on walls like that, Mr. Clegg? You don't have an answer to that, do you?
So busty, that. It could have been worse. Did you see what happened to the Scottish Labour candidate, Stuart McLennan?
The campaign claimed its first victim today, a Labour candidate sacked over offensive comments he made on Twitter.
Stuart McLennan referred to the elderly as coffin dodgers and wrote he hadn't been sober for days.
My favourite was his comment about David Cameron.
It was his patriotic duty to kick Cameron in the nuts.
Can you imagine him in the House of Commons? Could you tell the right honourable gentleman that he could suck my fucking balls? And claim it on expenses. Now, last week I told you about Election Chris. Well, this week it gets even weirder.
With a piglet race. Competitors, Gordon, David and Nick, are doing daily races right up until polling day on May the 6th.
This piglet is David because he's a much better example of a British saddleback than the other two. It's definitely the guy that's going to go to Eton. We call him Gordon because he actually started biting us in the leg.
You think there's going to be people at home? I couldn't understand the election, but now they've used pigs. And I like bacon. Talking of banality, have you seen who Radio 1 are using to get young people voting?
Hiya, I'm Peter Todd, I'm 23, and I'm also a first-time voter.
Seems normal. I wonder what her day job is. That's right, she's a page 3 girl. I love the fact some Radio 1 bigwig went, right, we need to get kids interested in politics. Jugs. Have you seen the report? How thick do they think kids are?
Get online and type in how to vote.
Thank you! Online how to vote. Before it was such a mystery. But how will I find a polling station?
Keep your eyes peeled for big signs like this that say polling station.
So, Radio 1 went for Tatty Bojangles. Check out who the Tories used to get the kid vote.
I'm here to represent young people.
Michael Caine is 77 years old. Who are they going to get to represent old people? Iggle Piggle. Caine was brilliant. At one point, he described how he likes his porn.
Very, very hardcore.
Then he went on to say why him and 50 Cent don't get on.
I didn't have drugs, and I didn't have guns.
I don't want to go to the bloody candy shop. So, what was he actually there to promote?
All 16-year-olds would be able to do 2 months community work in the summer.
The Tories want 16-year-olds to work for free this summer. Madness. It's a World Cup year. Do you want to watch Lionel Messi or clean out a canal? The only kids who will volunteer will be dicks, let's call it. The kind of kid who, age 12, says things like, well, it's good for the CV. Oh, I can play the recorder to grade 8. You're going to die alone. The quest for the youth vote is relentless. Look who Tunbridge Wells have turned to.
With an election just round the corner, Tunbridge Wells Borough Council has turned to 2 internet rappers for help.
They've asked rappers to write a song that will make kids vote. How patronising is that? What were they expecting? Well, I wasn't going to vote, but then they heard the words rhyme, and now I's a Tory! Rhyming words doesn't make you do things. Otherwise, I'd regularly creep up to people going, if you want more sex and you want to stay thin, then slam your dick in a wheelie bin. Make him stop! Make him stop! The words rhyme! The words rhyme!
Let's hope their tongue-in-cheek style will catch the attention of potential young voters.
Golly Gosh say friends are already registering to vote after listening to their unique Tunbridge Wells groove.
They're called Golly Gosh. You can't be a rapper and call yourself Golly Gosh. That sounds like something Boris Johnson shouts when he comes. If you want to get kids interested in the election, use technology. Make it possible to vote on Facebook. Actually, scrap that. That's a bad idea. It would. Before you know it, this guy would be Prime Minister.
Simples.
So, what else has been going down?
The Duchess of Cornwall is recovering after breaking her left leg while out hill walking in Scotland.
Don't laugh. Poor Camilla's broken her leg. We've actually got footage of her being airlifted to safety. You should have seen my mum's reaction. She was injured hill walking. Well, if you walk like Benny Hill, you will hurt yourself. That's right, my mum genuinely thought that hill walking meant Camilla was doing this. Apparently, she caught her foot in a rabbit hole. I bet Diana was sat in a cloud cackling, "Well dug, my pretties." Well done.
Now she's in a plaster cast and she's going to be in that cast for 6 weeks, and doctors have advised her not to put any weight on her left leg.
Led up for 6 weeks, she's going to be watching a lot of this. She could watch it with the Queen. The Queen, massive fan of Countdown. Makes sense. Of course the Queen loves Countdown. She hasn't got a job. I bet they all play it. I bet Charles is there go, "Look, Mummy, I've got a good 9-letter word. Abdicate."
Oh, really? I've got a good 14-letter word. Eat shit jug ears.
I bet they're all like that. I bet Philip's in the background. "I've got Fuzzy Wuzzy. Look, I've got Fuzzy Wuzzy."
What have you got, Harry?
I've got ganja.
The letters aren't there. The letters aren't there.
No, I'm just saying I've got ganja.
Ease off, Ginge. The Grand National's on.
The champion jockey Tony McCoy has finally won the Grand National at his 15th attempt. The joint favourite, Don't Push It, carried him to victory over the famous Aintree course this afternoon.
Oh, I love the Grand National. It's one of the few days of the year when you get to feel like a real man, isn't it? I'm going down to bookies to put some money on an horse. Then I'm going to come back and make you pregnant. That's right. You're dealing with a real man. And then you get into the bookies and it's absolutely terrifying, isn't it? Huge men. Made to look even bigger because they're holding tiny pens. The pens are like that.
I should be working in Argos.
It's terrifying. You're surrounded by these Goliaths. And what you try and put on a manly voice, but all that topples out of your mouth.
Good day, sir. I'm here to put some money on a horsey-worsey.
Do you want it each way?
Ooh, do the horses come back?
Now, did you see Ladies' Day? You've never seen so much fake tan in your life. Look at that. No wonder the horses wear blinkers. I bet the jockeys are like that. Don't look, lad. It's like morph in a boob tube. Talking of the jockeys, could anybody understand a word they said?
So it took a bit of a chance to go with him, but I said I better go with the devil, you know, then...
Hey?
You know, a lot of the novices had been to Cheltenham and size in Europe wasn't coming, and someone was running the 2.5, so why not have a go at the grade 1?
No idea. I think this next one's on heat.
How does it make you feel thinking you've got a chance of actually going out there and winning the race?
Hopefully I'll be able to say it's better than text me.
You heard him. He said, yeah, sure. For me, let's be honest, the best thing about the National is when you see a horse riding on its own.
Vic Venturi can play or die. Just in behind him, Stadium still there as well.
I love that bit, because you just imagine them at the end. I've won! I've won! Tony! Tony! I knew we should have used sellotape! Anybody seen Tony? It must be great for the winning horse, though. They spend the rest of their days on a stud farm, eating and banging. Talking of studs, this guy is back in the news.
People are so excited here that someone's actually been sick.
Have you heard the latest about Beckham? Apparently 1 in 10 men would let Beckham sleep with their wife. Of course you would. He's Bex. You'd watch him shagging your wife, you'd start crying. Sorry about this. It's not that. Just remembering that free kick against Greece. Fucking brilliant, Dave. That would be Beckham's biggest problem, trying to get rid of the husband, wouldn't it? He's there having sex, you're like, David, can we have a kick around later?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
David?
Yes.
What's better, being captain of England or winning the European Cup?
Well, that's a tricky question. Both, of course, you know, complete highlights in anyone's career. Listen, you better go make yourself a cup of tea. I'm about to do something really freaky. I'm going to bring a whole new meaning to the phrase, bend it like Beckham.
It's interesting, though. Who would you let your partner have sex with? Anyone? Mr. Blobby, you don't know. Why Mr. Blobby?
Be fun to watch.
Be fun... Oh, said you were watching, you creepy... It's just them having a lovely moment, Blobby, 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 Blobby. And just you in the corner, dressed as Noel Edmonds. I'll tell you who nobody would pick, let's be honest. No one's picking Rooney, without doubt. Do you know why? You'd be too worried about the injury, wouldn't you? On the Achilles, Wayne. Well, stay easy, Wayne. Just get on top, get on top. It's a World Cup year, let's not risk it. Wayne, over there. Nan, you've let yourself down. Over in Thailand, the police are a bit more light-hearted in their approach to crime. That's right, they're using monkey police. To help improve their relationship with the locals, police have employed a monkey. Apparently, the pay is peanuts. I had to. It's one of those moments in life. I love this idea. Anyone arrested would have a smile on their face. In fact, monkeys would be the perfect ones to break bad news. I'm afraid your husband's missing. No! This is the worst news I've ever... Oh, is that a monkey? Look, he's peeling the nana with his feet. It's a wonderful idea. Monkeys, very tough on crime. Talking of car crime, this week Southwark Council in London has revealed some of the genuine excuses they've received from drivers trying to escape motoring offences. Here are my highlights. These are all real. Number one, I can't help it. Someone has hypnotised me to park illegally. Number two, I won't lie. I should know better than to speed on that stretch of road because I ran a woman over there last week. This, without doubt, is my favourite. There was a bee around my head, so I sped up to 80 miles per hour in the hope that it couldn't fly very far. I would have to stay in the backseat area and not distract me. Quite how a bee distracts someone... you are at the rabbits. Now, you'll love this then. This is the latest Cornish celebrity.
We've all heard of horse whisperers and dog whisperers, but now Cornwall has its very own rabbit whisperer.
They have a rabbit whisperer in Cornwall. Never mind the bloody election, there's a bloke in Truro. What can make rabbits go to sleep?
That's it. Okay. I'm blowing on the nose just to calm her down.
Stop blowing on my nose! You creepy bastard!
Now I bow so she doesn't realise, and then quietly leave her down onto the table.
The rabbit goes into a complete state of relaxation, which Cliff says allows him to do things like cutting their claws and grooming them.
I love the fact that he hypnotises rabbits so he can clip their claws. He's like the shittest superhero ever. You can travel through time, that's nothing. I am Rabbit Boy! Watch his toenails disappear! He can send rabbits to sleep. I bet he's got perverts ringing him 24/7. Hello? Do you do sheep? Mine really kicks when he put a bra on it. So, is there anything weirder than hypnotising a rabbit? Well, yes, right? There's a new craze in America for dogs.
We have all heard of yoga, but what about doga? The pooch-friendly craze is the latest fad sweeping the zen-seeking dog lovers' world.
That's right, it's dog yoga. Ridiculous. Nobody wants to see their dog like this. How much would that weird you out? Instead of barking, he's just going, oh. Fetch the ball. No need. Me and the ball are already one. Dogs don't need yoga to relax. Now, here's my dog. That's me and Arch, right? Don't that beast. Do you know what that beast does to relax? He shags my shoes, right? And the creepiest thing is, he watches me while he does it, right? He doesn't concentrate on the shoes, he looks up. I'm trying to watch the telly, so... Go in the hall. No. You like an audience, I like an audience. Honestly, he can't get enough of shoes. If I took him to a Foot Locker, he'd probably rip his cock off. The other day, I had to hurry him past a mosque. Imagine explaining that. All right, guys, having a good day, and he's balls deep in their sandals. Dog yoga's ridiculous. Give him shoes. If you're interested, have a look at the rest of the clip.
The dogs like it. They get stretched and massaged. The people like it because they are spending quality time with their animal.
Stretch the dog. Imagine the conversation at work. What are you doing tonight? Stretching the dog? What about you? Well, since we're being honest, I think I might have a wank as well. You think dog yoga's weird? Look at this. They're now making canine antidepressants. Exactly why? A dog's ringing the Samaritans. Hello. The other day I barely had the energy to lick my own balls. Dogs don't need Prozac. They are naturally optimistic. They hang out with the homeless and they fucking love it. You've seen her. This is brilliant. This is living. Boys on tour. Boys on tour. Look, a shoe! A shoe! You would never, ever see a tramp with a cat. Can you imagine that? Well, I think I can safely say you fucked up both our lives. Mr. Tiddles, don't you Mr. Tiddles me! My mother warned me about you. If you want me, I'll be burying my turds. Some people say it's fine to give dogs drugs. I'm not so sure. It could be worse. His owner took it, and look what happened to him. Now, this is the part of the show I genuinely don't know anything about. There's going to be a mystery guest who's been in the news, and I have to figure out who that person is. So please welcome my mystery guest. Hello, mate.
Hello.
How you doing? I've never met anyone like this.
Well,
Can I come up and meet you? That'll be fun, won't it?
I'm cleaning the windows.
Okay.
Hey, Russell, how are you?
I'm very well. All the better for meeting you.
Yeah, take a seat.
I've never seen anyone as cool as you in my life.
You sure?
You're wearing red leather trousers. You've just climbed down a building. Look at you, and you're modest about it, yeah? That's the way I roll. How old are you, if you don't mind me saying?
Ask to that girl.
All right.
I'm sure that she's going to tell you that I'm about 30.
Now you're hitting on women.
No, I'm nearly 48.
Right. Well, for 48, the way you leapt down there was incredible. So why have you been in the news? Can you stop sitting like that? Because I can't stop looking at your nuts. Is that all right? Let's just cover them bad boys up.
Okay.
Look at this. It looks a bit like Bill and Ben gone sexy.
So, but you don't even know why I am here tonight.
I've no idea. I've got a thing every week.
You saw I'm wearing a red pants.
You're wearing red pants?
Yeah, I could be Iggy Pop.
You could be Iggy Pop.
I could.
You could be.
I'm not saying I am, you know.
I love the fact that you're trying to deduce yourself.
Okay, I am from the country of cheese.
Of what?
Cheese. You know,
cheese.
The blue. Come on. Cheese. Not cheese.
Yeah, I see. Oh.
Yeah. There was a kind of...
Cheese, so it's France. You're from France?
Yeah, I am from France.
Excellent. So what brings you to England? It's got something to do with buildings?
But you didn't see something on the news?
Well,
Oh, you're not watching the news.
Oh, I am watching
You hate TV, right?
I love TV.
No, you hate TV.
I hate TV.
Come on.
No,
you would know why I was on the news last week.
I didn't see. Do you know I didn't?
Fuck.
I love the idea that whatever you were doing, there was part of you doing it for me.
No, in fact, I did climb something in Paris.
Oh, you climbed something? Is that why you're famous? Climbing
Well, I won't say that I am famous, but I am a kind of superstar. It's simply because you are not knowing my name. Shame on you. I invite you to show some videos.
You've got videos of your work?
Yeah. It's a kind of funny work, you know.
Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, defend he's ignored. Action is his reward to him. Life is a great big bang up. Whenever there's a hang up, you'll find the Spider-Man.
So you're Spider-Man?
King Kong.
You're King Kong? So did you climb all those buildings?
Yeah, of course. I've been climbing my whole life, you know, since the age of 12 until now, so...
I'm stunned for words. So do you use anything to help you when you're climbing them, or is it just on your own?
I'm just using my fingers, my feet, and my brain.
Have you ever fallen?
Only from 15 meters.
Only 15 metres. Any injuries, anything like that?
Yeah, a lot, you know, so much. From my skull, from my wrist, my knees, my ankle, my nose many times, you know, like...
Have you ever been climbing up and you've seen something in a window, maybe you shouldn't? Do you know what I mean? That kind of...
I can't tell you because the public is too young.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
It was naked girl and stuff.
I've got a mic. Well done. Have you ever had a normal job? What you describe like as a normal job? Or was that too boring for you? Were you working at Tesco and you thought,
I think my job is even more normal than yours.
I
saw you on TV and I saw the stuff that you are doing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're having your job, I'm having mine.
Do you know what it feels a bit like? It feels a bit like we're meeting in heaven. on a cloud now. So what do you do with your life? Climb buildings, you? I talk bollocks on telly. You're an inspiration, man. So why were you in the news this week in particular? What did you do? There was something
because
I
I did climb GDF in Paris just 6 days ago. It's the third tallest building in Paris.
So you're known as Spider-Man?
Yep.
What's your real name?
Oh, so most of the people are knowing me as the French Spider-Man, but in fact, my name is Alain Robert. Alan Robert in English.
To be honest, you're probably my favourite mystery guest yet.
Okay,
Alan, a.k.a. the French Spider-Man. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up. Now, bad news for Danish alcoholics.
A strike has ended in the Carlsberg Brewery in Denmark. The workers are trying to protect a time-honored tradition. Get this, to be able to drink beers while working.
This is right. Carlsberg workers are striking because they're no longer allowed to get pissed at work. Wouldn't you love to see that strike? What do we want? When do we want it? I love you. Apparently everyone in the factory was drinking. Line workers, shift workers, the cleaners, even the hoovers were at it.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high. I know why. Yeah, 'cause I got high.
You should have seen him the morning after. Henry. Now, here is an amazing story about Vicky George and a wonderful website she set up.
We feature kids on our website and they each have their own page with their story. A lot of kids are fighting cancer or going through transplants. We invite members of the public to log on and just simply send a card, letter, gift or even a cheery email. Everyone likes getting something in the post anyway, but when you're sick and lonely, it means even more. I wasn't able to talk or communicate much, and then the idea of Post Pals came to me.
Megan was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, which is cancer, when she was 6 months old. She had 6 months of chemotherapy and she had surgery to remove the tumour. Unfortunately, the damage had already been done, and as a result is now paralysed from the waist down. Every day she has something come through.
I like getting cards when I'm in hospital because they cheer me up.
Vix has made a huge difference when we've been through a really, really tough time, and we're just one family out of many families.
There's just nothing better than knowing you helped a sick child smile.
There you go, it's wonderful, isn't it? Now, if you've got a spare 5 minutes this week, send one of those kids a letter. Wasn't that great? Make the world a little bit lighter. The website is www.postbowels.co.uk. Go on, do it, it'll be ace. Thanks very much for watching my show. It's been an absolute pleasure. Good night.
And remember, Russell Howard is always looking for your good news. For your chance to get a story in the show, go online to bbc.co.uk/Russell Howard, and you might even get your name in the credits.